Because you're going to get this show started?
You want me to get it started?
Of course.
You usually get the show started.
Oh, I've been watching our videos and I'm like, I don't really have much of a... Hi, I'm Lourdes.
And I'm Eric, but you can call me Tello. This show is a family-oriented show, but it's oriented from the adult perspective. We talk about adult situations, and very often we use adult language. So if there's any kids in the room, kick their asses out. They don't belong here right now. Unless they want to learn something about life.
Right, this may not be suitable for children. And I'd like to add, I don't want to make anybody mad, and I love my family and friends.
I do too.
Because how are you going to start the show off and talk over the music?
You didn't give me a warning, just like you got on to me for not giving you a warning that I hit record on my audio.
Well, that's because I like to try to start them at the same time, so it's easier when I go back to edit.
It was just seconds. So yeah, our show today
might not even
had
air,
something,
you know?
Right? No, I don't. I think it will.
I think so too.
I think it will. I mean, because there's a lot of shit that pisses us off. Like, you know.
What are you talking about, cuz?
Like, get pedo way. I mean, we had something set up for today. We had another special guest, and she kind of bailed on us. She didn't kind of. She did. My baby sister, Lupe.
Yeah, but you're talking about...
¿Qué pedo, güey?
Is that
I had a feeling that you weren't going to give me the audio I needed, so...
Well,
that's our new segment.
¿Qué pedo, güey?
And for those of you who don't speak Spanish, what they're saying is...
What fart, dude?
The English translation is a little bit longer on the fart.
Yeah, it's really, I wouldn't say fart, but yeah, if you do an exact translation, it is fart.
So what does...
¿Qué pedo, güey?
We talked about this in a previous show, but for those who might have missed it.
It's more like, what's your problem? You know, what's your deal? More of a, there's an issue. What's your issue?
Yeah.
And we'll talk we have lots of issues.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of those.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had to kind of scramble to put the show together. Why is that?
Well, Lupe was supposed to join the show. We were going to have my sister. But.
And we had made plans.
Yeah, we made plans.
We had discussed this for quite a while, but we solidified those plans.
This week, yes. And it was a for sure deal. And all and behold, I get a call yesterday that Cleo, her husband, is off today, which he hasn't been off on the weekends. So, you know, I understand that.
Well, it's good for him. Like, he's a hard worker. You know, he deserves time off.
Yeah, great. But that really puts us in a bind.
Yeah, because we had already made plans and solidified them. So what'd you say?
I just did not say that.
No, what'd you say?
I was like, I said, well, with family like this, who needs enemies? Bailing out on us all the time. No, I'm joking. No, I was like, no, don't worry. I understand. Family first. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. He's the love of your life. He's super dad. I mean, I had to kick homie out of the room this morning.
What did he say when you kicked him out?
I was like, you got to go. He didn't say anything. I have to like start pretty early. Like, you know, I guess buttering him up. And we have to ease into the move of him getting out of the room.
That sounds weird. You have to butter him up and then ease into. What are you easing into?
I read a meme. It said something. I think it was, it's not a fart. My ass just blew you a kiss.
Like this?
A little peck on the cheek.
All right. So I loaded up some fart sound effects, and I think I've used them all already.
Yeah.
Except for this one.
I'm not a big farter fan. Like,
I
say
know
that
you have this
because
thing like you get super upset if somebody farts in your car.
yeah, it's like I really have an issue. Like I feel like they're really trying to take a shit in front of me. That's
This
how.
sounds like you're starting.
¿Qué pedo, güey?
You want to just go ahead and get it started?
Go ahead,
All
let's get
right.
it started.
What's your pedo with people pedoing in your car?
I just said it. It makes me. I relate it to them literally sitting on the potty in front of me, taking a shit. And I don't know if you realize that it don't smell good.
No, it doesn't smell good. And I can understand being in an enclosed space like that. It can be upsetting, but the sound of a fart is so funny. The only time I do not accept.
Look at me in your eye. Look at me in your eye. Look at me
The
in
only time. Let me look at me in my eye. Trying to see your reflection through my eye. It's not working. The only time I do not accept farts is when it's around food. Like that's just gross. Except for when I used to work in a kitchen and.
But I know, cause
yes.
back in the day,
The dizzy.
I think you, your brother, your mom.
Say it right. Back in the dizzy.
Back in the dizzy, I think it was like free farting. Like you would whoever would fart in front of a table full of people.
Yeah, it was free for all.
That's disgusting.
But it's also funny.
Yeah, it does. It puts me in a bad mood, even just talking about it.
Oh my
So
goodness.
said Luis is gonna say, "What's your ¿Qué es tu pedo?" He did tell me that one time.
And what was your pedo?
He's like, "Do you want to fight?"
Did you?
Kinda.
About what?
I can't remember exactly.
Oh my goodness.
He was like, ¿Qué es tu pinche pedo? ¿Quieres pelear? And I was like, man, sound
Did he
like
put
we're
his
taking
fist
it back
up?
to.
He put up his dukes?
I felt like he was going to. I mean, but he didn't. Said I felt like we were taking it back to like 1990 something.
And you don't remember
Early.
what you were mad about?
There's no telling. Probably because I came home and nothing was done, and he's sitting outside relaxing.
That's a good story. Thanks for sharing it.
Anyway, so what's your pedo? What's going on?
I thought we could save some of those for later.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want,
Okay.
I have a list. I can pick the first one if you want.
No, I think going back to my sister, Elijah, Selah's older brother, Lupe's oldest son, bought Selah an iPod.
Oh yeah? How old
Yeah, I
is
think
she?
it's iPod. She's 6.
Okay.
I know, right?
Yeah, he
I
should have
mean,
gotten her an iPhone.
well, she can make calls on that. So they have, anyway. So she'll call Isabel or Priscilla, anyone that has an iPhone, she'll call.
FaceTime?
Yeah. And I think it pisses Lupe off sometimes because Selah will just call out of the blue. Oh, she's funny. So she graduates from kindergarten on Monday.
Didn't you have a story that you wanted to tell about her?
Yes.
What's up?
So speaking of pedos too, I was on the phone with Lupe and I was taking no. Anyway, I was on the phone with Lupe. We were talking about whatever, and I was like, damn, sister. I was like, my stomach's kind of hurting. She's like, you think you gotta go or something like that. I was like, yeah, I've kind of got like a little turtle head coming on. Why does Selah in the background? So Lupe's driving too, so she has me on Bluetooth. Selah in the background's like, a turtle. I want to see the turtle.
You should have sent her a picture.
No, it gets better. I'm like, well, I don't think you can. She's like, is it slow moving? I was like, yeah. Where is it? I want to see it.
It's slow moving till you butter it up.
Right. Until you do the L massage. Is it the L massage on your stomach?
Yeah. Along your small or your large intestines to help.
Yeah.
Ease
Or it's
them
like
on.
a U. Is it a U or
I
an
don't
L?
remember. I sent you that a long time ago to help you poop.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Tello sent me this TikTok. Is it a TikTok video?
I don't remember. It was a
Anyway,
video.
so anyone that's having constipation issues, you just like rub your stomach from the top right down to the bottom and across.
That's to help
It really works.
relax your intestines so that it'll ease your poop into your colon or wherever. I'm not even sure how the digestive tract is set up, but it's supposed to help you poop better.
Yeah. So
And number 2 cuz
don't-
ironically has trouble making number 2.
Yeah. So I know our listeners are going to try that. I can picture it now.
Good luck. If you try that, let us know. Hit us up, NumTwoPod@gmail.com, at NumTwoPod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't hit us up on Facebook. I don't check it. And number 2 cuz doesn't do any of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But it should help with the turtle heads.
Well, good.
So that's Sayla wanted to see the turtle.
My goodness.
It's like, you can't see this turtle.
I'm telling you, you could send her a picture of the turtle swimming through the water after it got away.
Gross.
What?
I would not do that either.
She has an iPod. You can send it via iMessage.
I don't have an Apple product, so I'd have to get the
Ask
girls to do
Isabel to
that.
take a picture of the turtle.
Babe, will you come in here and take a picture of my shit? No,
Dang, I
That
wish
would
I
be
had all
bad.
my sound effects because I could play her talking about her turds floating in the water.
Oh, that's funny. I do remember that.
But I don't have it.
Bark, bark, bark.
Hey, look, if you want to hear those sound effects, send me $50 plus tax so I can buy the software I need so I can get all my sound effects back and not just have to cycle through the banks on here. Anyone? Is
Anything?
that too desperate of a ploy?
Let's see if we hear anything. Yeah, I think it was pretty desperate,
Okay.
but it's worth a shot.
All right. Well, that does remind me. I know I said I wanted to save it for later, but I might as well get it out of the way just in case. I don't know if this is going to be interesting or not, but one of my, if you ask me,
¿Qué pedo, güey?
then one of mine is scam callers. You ever got a scam caller?
Yeah,
How do you handle a scam caller?
a couple of different ways.
What do you do?
So if it's the automated system, obviously I just hang up. If it's an actual person, if it's a number I don't recognize, I try to have fun with it, especially in the car if the kids are with me. I'm like, hello.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I try and have some fun with it too if I can. Excuse me, got a little gas. And I recorded one of them recently.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to play it back. You tell me if it's interesting or not. You know, we can cut it off whenever, but I'm hoping that this is something because I hate because this particular one, they called me on the same day like 5 or 6 times from different numbers, but it was the same organization. And I looked them up. They're a scam company that pretends that you have something wrong with your Apple iCloud account, that somebody's trying to hack into it.
Mhm.
And there's also like a parallel scam that they're calling from Amazon support for your Amazon account. So, you know, they'll use either one of those. So I got, like I said, 5 or 6 calls and I decided to record one of them because I was going to try and mess with them. I hope this is funny to you in the audience. If not, I'm sorry, we'll cut it out. So here's how it
Okay.
starts off. Tell me if you can hear this.
This is Olivia from Apple Support. We have found some suspicious activities in your iCloud account that your iCloud account has been breached. Before using any Apple device, please contact the Apple Support Advisor. Press 1 to connect with Apple Support Advisor.
Okay. So it's suspicious activity on my iCloud account.
Wait, and her name is Olivia?
Olivia. I mean, clearly.
Why can't it be Alexa?
Well, Olivia is also it sounds like she's the one who recorded our Que Pedo away for us. So I pressed 1 to go to their support. So this is something wrong with my Apple iCloud account.
Okay.
Okay. Suspicious
Okay.
activity on my iCloud account. Keep that in mind. All right.
All right.
Thank you for calling Apple Support. Please hold while we connect you to a representative.
And first of all, I didn't call Apple support. They called me and played this message. This was like when I answered the phone, this was the first thing that came on.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Luckily, I was able to record it. You hear that? He's like, just humming along. Just, I'm going to try and steal some of your money or access your account and ruin your life. Just, just a fun little, just killing some time. All right. So that's the way the support technician answers the phone.
Okay.
And then it goes on.
Thank you for contacting Amazon. How can I help you today?
Who did he say I contacted?
Amazon.
And who was it who called first? Or
Olivia with your Apple iCloud account.
Now tell me, how are Apple and Amazon affiliated? I use an Apple computer to go to Amazon.com. That's about it. As far as iCloud and Amazon, how are they affiliated?
You're onto something.
Right? Okay. So it continues. Yes, I just got a message that my Apple iCloud had been compromised. And this is I'm trying to be like timid and not knowing what's going on. So this is,
I can tell your voice.
yeah, I'm like, I don't, like scared, I'm worried about my, okay, so.
Well, sir, as I can check from my side that we have found that somebody from outside of United States is trying to log into your account.
Okay, so first of all, it's really noisy in the background.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people.
And
it sounds like it's windy.
Or a warehouse.
It sounds like they're outside almost. I mean, it's not outside because you can hear the background noise pretty well, but it's they
left the window open.
Yeah, like maybe there's a fan blowing on him or something. I don't know. Maybe he is, like you said, next to an open window. I don't know. So he's going to check on my iCloud account from his end.
Okay.
All right. There's been no exchange of information here. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know my iCloud account. He doesn't know my email address. I haven't given him any information. The only possible information they have is my phone number, which could, might give them some information, but that hasn't been discussed. He hasn't said how he's looking up this information. He's just like, he's going to check on his end. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just wanted to verify, are you the one who's trying to log into your account from outside of United States?
Am I the one who's trying to log onto my account from outside the United States? All right. No.
And I do believe you never share your passwords with anyone who can access your account.
Do I ever share my passwords with anyone? So here's my kind of bewildered, timid, scared, confused character answering that question.
Right?
No, never.
I'm saying it seems like there are some unauthorized person from outside of United States who got the access of your iCloud account, okay?
Oh, did you hear all that?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Somebody outside is trying to access my account. Outside the United States, accessing my account. Okay, so how do I stop that?
In order to stop these hackers, in order to fix this problem, right now you have your cell phone handy, okay? Now you need to open Safari and go to apple.com first of all.
Okay, so he wants me on my cell phone to go to apple.com.
Okay.
Part of me wanted to try that just to see where he was going to go with this, because apple.com is the legitimate website. So I don't know where I was going to go from that, because immediately I go into fuck mode. I'm going to fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm pissed off because they've called me several. Like I've told them already, don't call me.
Yeah.
I know what they're doing. Like before this, I wish I could have recorded it. Before this one, I went through this whole thing with this guy about I was tracing the fucking call, and and I knew what he was up to, and and he ended up hanging up on me. I forgot his name, but I was going to use that to ask, but I decided just to go.
Let it go. Yeah.
So I'm going to try and fuck with this guy and see how long I can keep him on the line. Because as you say, have fun with it. Like if they're going to call and disturb me, I'm going to try and ruin their day too.
Yeah.
All right. Apple.com. Okay.
Yes, you need to go open the apple.com, okay?
All right. Let me just
Once you're on the apple.com, then let me know.
I need to get connected here to the internet real quick. Give me just a second. What? What's so funny?
No, I was coughing, but I'm like, oh my gosh, you did the dial-up sound.
Well, I'm trying to get on Apple.com. All right. There's not much left, I'll have to admit.
Yeah.
All right, so just bear with me here. Did you hear that beeping? Yeah. That was him hanging up.
Oh my goodness.
And there's just this left.
Oh.
I had to laugh. So yeah.
Yeah.
I hate scam callers. So if I have time, I will try and fuck with them as best I can and have a good time. I'm waiting for more. Like I'm hoping that I'll be able to record more calls and stuff, but you know. That's what I got. How was
funny.
that? Was that worth anything? Was that?
Yeah,
okay,
that's
good.
Freaking hilarious. I never thought about recording mine. Usually because I'm driving.
Well, I only thought it because I got this new equipment and I was testing out my, because now we can have callers on the show. Like we tried to call your sister just now, and I was like, oh, let me just hook it up and record the whole thing and see how it goes. He was helping me test equipment. Didn't even know it.
Yeah. So I wonder, like, if he has caller ID or something. Like, did he see?
There are some YouTube channels of people scam callers. So if you look for one of those, you can see it's usually like a pop-up office someplace, and it sounded like it's usually a lot of times in India, so it sounded like he might have been from that area. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, like, once they get discovered, they'll shut down that office and then just move location to another part of the city or the country, and open up another office, and they're using Skype to call, because it's an internet. They can call people over the internet long distance or whatnot. And yeah, it's a big scam. So if you get a call from somebody, like a lot of times it'll be a message. Like Windows is notorious for this. You'll go to a website and they'll install like a little piece of software that'll cause a pop-up that says, your security's been compromised or whatever. Please call this number to get it taken care of. And, usually it's old people who get scammed out of like money and savings and stuff. It's horrible.
It is.
What happens.
It's sad.
So please be very careful. What? Your mom what?
My mom gets those pop-ups and she's like, should I check it? Yes, to install. I'm like, no.
Listen,
don't.
If you're older listening to this and you're not sure, unless you purposely download a piece of software and tell it to install, do not install anything. If it says you have to install this piece of software to go to this website, don't go to the website.
Yeah, listen, this story is actually pretty scary. So my dad, the great man that he is, someone was trying to scam him. What they did was they actually called him from the local police department. So on his caller ID, on his cell phone, it showed that the call was coming from not the emergency number, just the local police department's phone number. And they said that his social and his information was compromised, and that somebody was going to attempt to take money from him, and that they needed him to follow these steps. So they told him to go get his money from the bank, and so like they did it in like pieces. So they would call him and they told him a little bit, and they said, okay, we have to call you back, go do this, and then we'll call you back. So he did. He was legit thinking that was what he was supposed to do. The only thing that stopped him was when they said, you need to meet us off of I-10 and whatever street.
What the what?
Yes.
On the side of the highway.
Yes.
The police department.
Yes.
Don't come to the police department.
That's what stopped. So then he called Lupe, because she knows some people.
Who?
And my sister Lupe, the one that bailed out on us today.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize she still existed because she's not on the show today and she didn't answer her phone. Okay.
I think I'm gonna send her a text. Anyway, so she knows some people. So he called her and she's like, Daddy, what did you do? What information did you give them? And he's like freaking out. I didn't give him anything. I was just doing what they said.
I didn't give him anything but your address and phone number, your maiden name, my mom's maiden name, my social security number, my bank account information, but nothing that they can use.
I I didn't meet them though. I did not go meet them. So
I told him that was too far. Just to come here instead.
Yeah, he was pretty freaked out because he said like
it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, they knew. It just he said he felt like they really knew where he was and the way they would call, and he just fell for it. And so, being the smart man that he is, he realized before it was too late not to go and meet them off the highway.
He realized after he had cleaned out his bank account and was about to put the key in his car, wait a second, something smells fishy. Right. So he checked the trunk and threw the fish out that he had in there from last week.
Yeah, the Social Security office says that our numbers have been compromised. The IRS calls the same thing. I usually, like I said earlier, I usually answer the phone, especially in the car. And I'm like, hello, because it takes them like a few seconds for the actual operator, whoever's going to try to scam you, to get on the line. But twice, it's been a phone number that I don't recognize. And so I answer it like that. And it's been people that, like someone I know moved away. She changed her cell phone number. And she was like, she calls me Maria. She's like, Maria? And I'm like, the hell is this?
Guinness.
She's like, it's me, so-and-so.
I called you like Mario.
She's like, I called you 2 weeks ago. Did you get my message? I'm like, you're calling me from a 42 something area code. No, I didn't get your message. I left you a message. I'm like, I said, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy trying to fight off these scam calls.
Oh shit. Hey, look, and don't change your number. Just if you want me to call you back, keep your number. Why can't you keep your number?
She went through a divorce.
Oh, okay, never mind.
She's hiding out. She's just trying to fall off the face of the earth.
You know what? Go ahead and lose my number anyway. I don't want to talk to no divorcee. Does she have kids?
No.
All right, give her my number. It's fine.
She's super sweet too.
I'm sure. Go ahead. I'll find out when she calls me. I'll look for a 42-something number.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? And you mentioned the scam calls that really that's your pedo.
Yeah.
You have okay.
That's my.
I have a pedo with like people not being able to talk to you about things. Like,
Are you talking about your husband?
No, because he doesn't talk at all.
Oh, yeah.
He's a man of few words.
He's a strong, silent type that used to be respected.
I do respect him for that.
Okay, I didn't mean to sidetrack, but like people who can't talk to you about what?
So like if I have an issue with you or I have a question for you, the best thing to do is what?
Talk about it.
To who?
To that person.
Yeah. So if I say, Eric, this is on my mind.
And I'll say who?
Whatever. I'll say Tello. But it bothers me so much when instead of going to, let's just say between my mom and my dad.
As an example, this is not a true
story. As an
story.
example, no, this is hypothetical.
So you're making this up on the fly.
Yes.
Okay, so we got that established. This is not a true story. This is complete fiction that is popping out of your imagination as you speak.
Yes.
Okay.
They just happen to be the people that came to my mind first.
Okay.
I guess because we were talking about my dad.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So, like, instead of my mom asking me a question, about a situation with my dad, she might ask one of my siblings about it and not ask me. And I'm like, but it has to do with me. They don't know, that bothers me. Or my dad might say that he heard something about, a chisme, which is gossip. He loves to share gossip with me. And I'm like, Daddy, we don't say nothing. We just keep our mouth shut and listen. But he's easy to believe it. And he'll come and tell me about it. And he's like, well, I think that's true. And I'm like, okay, well, why would you come tell me? Go talk to the person that, that you're talking shit about. And he's like, I'm not talking bad. I'm just saying what the people say.
So You just spread that cheese like it was peanut butter on
Yes.
toast. Like, come on now.
So even though it's one of my big pedos, like those two things, I have to admit, like when he does tell me the cheese mix, I'm like, oh my dad told some good juicy cheese mix.
That's not where I expected that to go.
Isn't that? It's probably why he keeps coming back telling me.
Yeah, and hey, look, admittedly, it can be hard to confront somebody about something, especially if it's something that is offensive or hurtful. But you're right. You need to be mature and an adult and just be like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. And like, this is what I've heard. Is there any truth to this? If there is, I'd like to clear it up. And if it isn't, then we need to address how these things got started and get that nipped right in the bud. Because I brought these bud nippers right here. Here's the other one.
Yeah, those are probably. Oh, and then people that commit to something and don't go follow through. You probably say that about me.
I mean, that's definitely happened. Like, I don't know. I hate when someone says they're going to help with social media for their podcast, or that they're going to take photos of them and their family wearing podcast merchandise, and then they don't. That's similar to that, right?
Maybe. That's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I know that sounded
to...
awfully specific, but I was just making up something again, just out of my imagination. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
do you know anybody who has a podcast?
Yeah, I do.
Who?
I know a couple of people.
Yeah. Do you know one of them who doesn't help with the social media? Like, just even if it was just Instagram.
Well, I never learned how to work that. The person that I can think of doesn't really know how to work Instagram.
Wait, was that a Freudian slip when you said I never learned how to work, and then you're?
Yeah.
Wait,
I admit it. It's me.
Oh.
I am that person. I am a podcaster that does not know how to work Instagram. But I have to be very, very careful in my line of work. Like,
it would be under our account name, the name of the show.
But I'm so popular.
So you're telling me it's never going to happen?
No, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's hard for me to keep up with all this because I have to edit the show and upload it to youtube.com/Campfyre, then upload it to our Anchor account so that it gets distributed through Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. You know, wherever you hear podcasts, you can probably hear NumTwoPod.
So your battle of scam callers, this probably falls into the same category, right? Like the same issues.
No, honestly, I hate scam callers more, but it does.
Oh, good.
It does bother me that I don't feel like I have any help on this show sometimes.
That makes sense.
But you're not going to do anything about it, are you?
So weird. Why are you putting me on the spot?
Well, because I'm trying to be a mature adult about it.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am not going to help.
No, I am going to help.
Mentirosa.
Liar. No, I am. You wait. I'm going to take a Instagram
Oh, I've been
class.
waiting.
Well, you've not said anything in a long time.
Because I've been crying.
So you're partly at fault for this.
Oh, it's my fault. I didn't tell you to support your own show. Oh my good. Oh my goodness.
What kind of move was that?
What kind of move was what?
What I just did. Like I try to blame it on you. Is
the
that
female
gaslighting?
Reversal? It's in Uno, the reverse card. You play the reversal.
Reverse psychology.
No, reverse guilt trip. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Oh, no, I know what it is. It's called gaslighting.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just turned it around on you.
You know what happens when you light gas?
It blows up. You know what I figured out? I don't have much of a bottom, a backside. I mean, I have it to sit on. Yeah.
Me neither.
Maybe that's why I don't like farting.
I don't have much of an ass, but I like farting.
That's just disgusting. That's weird.
I like burping too. What? It's natural.
Man, I was going to say something else that really pissed
Well,
me
you can think
off.
about it while we take a break. We can take a pedo break, and we'll
All
come
right.
back, and we'll see what else we can talk about.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break. Hey, are you enjoying NumTwo Podcast? Would you like to support us so that we can keep making these great shows for you? Cuz, why don't you tell them where they can go?
Hit us up at campfirepod.com/support us. That's CAMPF.
Hey, are you enjoying NumTwo Podcast? Would you like to support us so that we can keep making these great shows for you? Cuz, why don't you tell them where they can go?
Hit us up at campfirepod.com/support us. That's campfyrepod.com/support us. Support us is all one word.
You can support NumTwo Podcast directly with a monthly donation for as little as 99 cents per month through our Anchor.fm website. Or scroll down a little more and you can click on our merchandise link, and that'll take you directly to our Amazon store where you can buy one of the shirts that we offer. And if you pick up anything else during that visit, we'll make a small commission at no extra charge to you.
That's right. Listen in style, pick up a badass shirt, support us at campfirepod.com/support us. That's campfyrepod.com/support us. All right, we're getting ready to come back from the break.
Are we getting ready to come back from the break, or are we back from the break?
We're back from the break. I had to go release some pedos.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh
man, I should get some pooping sound effects. I bet you'd love that. Where the turtle's falling out and hitting the water and splash, splash.
I said, you know what? I got to use a restroom. And I go, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. I wasn't expecting those to come out.
Oh, I have a que pedo. All right. Most of the time, we've talked to each other when you've gone to the bathroom, and I don't know until I hear you washing your hands, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
were you just in the? And you're like, yeah, I was using the bathroom. I'm like, oh, that's weird, but I'm glad I didn't hear anything. But there was that one time when you were using, what was it, your headphones or something to talk to me,
Yes.
and I
had
heard
no idea.
everything. I know we're cousins. I know we're close, but there's a couple of walls I'd like to keep up.
I didn't.
I don't need to hear when you're visiting Niagara Falls.
I've had 3 kids. Okay. Naturally.
It was so weird. Like I said, most of the time when you're in the bathroom, I don't know that until you're done. I don't even hear when you flush the toilet, but I sometimes hear when you wash your hands. And I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. It's, I have to go to the bathroom too. Obviously, it happens. But I didn't hear anything, so I didn't know. So no big deal. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Except for this one time where I'm hearing like splishity, splashity, splishity, splashity. I'm like, are you swimming? Are you drowning? Are you all right, cuz? Do I need to call 911?
No, I had no idea that every time I've gone to the restroom with you on the phone, which is kind of weird too, that you don't hear. Like I didn't know that. So that day I had my earbuds in because I think I was cleaning or doing something.
Yeah.
And I needed to free up my hands. So I put the earbuds in, and then you're like, are you peeing? I was like, yeah. Like, why is that so surprising to you? You hear me pee all the time.
I don't.
Oh
man, that was weird. Yeah, but anyway,
weird.
we're cousins. We're in a weird family, so
Yeah.
I got
It is
over
kind
it.
of, yeah.
It was just surprising because, like I said, I'd never. I mean, as many times as you've done it, I'd never heard it before. It just caught me off guard.
So it sounded loud.
Yes. Anyway, so we got some good news over the break, right?
Yeah. Sister Lupe is going to join us on a quick phone call, and we're going to.
So we gotta
give
wait
her
for
a
her.
call.
We gotta wait for her to be ready. So in the meantime, I have another.
¿Qué pedo, güey?
Es tu pedo, way.
I hate when someone calls you and they're too busy to talk to you. Like they're right in the middle of something, and then they ask you to hang on for a second while they take care of something, or they're distracted.
Mm.
Well, what's that smile about?
I'm thinking of a wise man that a wise man that's not so wise when he does that. Is that me? Do I do that too? Oh.
Why were you thinking it was you?
Because, well, I stopped.
Look, if I call you and you
That
answer
was
the
the
phone
thing.
and you're distracted, that's one thing. But if I call you and I'm the one who's distracted because I'm either watching TV
Busy.
or I'm at work, still working, and I'm, handling, 20 other things, that's kind of rude and inconsiderate on my part.
Yeah.
I should wait till I have time to talk to you.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Is this your brother?
What? Look, we'll say, for example, he's a good example. We'll just use him in this imaginary story.
Yeah. You're making it up. It's not
Yes.
true. Yeah.
He's a good character to use because he does have a busy job.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he, for example, was someone who would call me while he's also, talking to like his coworkers or somebody, and it'll put me on hold while he takes another call.
You can hear everything.
Yeah, he's like, hang on, don't hang up. I'm like, just call me back when you have time. Because maybe I'm in the middle of something that I can go ahead and take care of until you call me back. Or, I'm not one of your coworkers. I'm not one of your employees. Don't manage me. Don't manage my time like you might manage their time. This is my time. I answered your call because I wanted to hear what you had to say. Not what you had to say to 3 other people in the room or someone else on the phone or wait while you look something up because you have to get this information back to somebody. Take care of that stuff before you call. I'm your brother, for example. I'm someone who I think is important to you. I feel like I deserve a little more. I feel like I deserve some less divided attention.
Yeah.
I understand you might not be able to give me your fully undivided attention, but I expect a little bit more than a 12th of your attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a little bit more than
especially
yes.
if you're the one being called.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, I don't mind doing, say, for example, computer technical support when we both have time.
Yeah.
But if, you're on the road going to meet a client and you call me and ask me, tell me that you just got a new computer and your email's not working properly and it's the middle of the day. And yes, right now I'm very blessed to be able to work from home. And you call me and say, hey, if I pull over right now, can you help me get this fixed?
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah. Like it's the middle of the day. I may be working from home, but I'm still working.
Right.
I can't help you set up your email right now. Call me after work or on the weekend. But, if it's a problem, if you need this for work, there must be someone in your work who does technical support. They're going to have to help you because I have to finish my work.
Yeah. I hear you.
It's just, it's just irksome. It's inconsiderate, in my opinion, for someone to do that.
So,
and I know jokingly I'll call you sometimes and be like, "Hey, cuz I'm right in the middle of something. Can I call you right back?" Or I'm really busy. Can I? That's a joke, and I think that because you usually laugh.
Yeah, but there's been times where I answer the phone, like you said, and I might be in the middle of something, but I answer it, and I'm actually talking to someone else when you call.
I mean, that's a little bit annoying,
in person.
but I
and you're like, why didn't you answer? They asked me the question, and that's what the kids will do.
That's just rude on their part.
They'll ask me questions, but it's not just one of them at one time. It's like, I think it was yesterday, like all 3 of them were talking at the same time about different things.
Or to each other.
To each other. Or they will, so Luis, my son, will ask me a question and Isabel will come in and Luis and I are carrying this conversation on, and Isabel just like comes in and starts asking her question. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, but I don't know.
Man, I didn't know your kids were so rude. I blame the parents.
Yes, blame me. Speaking of texting and scheduling, just got a text from Lupe. And
Oh,
she's
really?
ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I text you that too.
Oh, did you? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I was looking up your glasses to see if the reflection of the phone would light up.
Oh, let me make sure her phone number is not visible in here because, you know, like in TV shows, they see the reflection, then they enhance it, and then they get all the information.
I can't. I don't think I can.
Let's try and call and see if she's available. One ringy dingy. Hello?
Shalom.
Cousin?
Yes.
Are you available to talk on the podcast right now?
Sure, for about 5 minutes.
Are you washing something?
Am I watching something? No,
Washing.
sir.
It sounds like there's some scrubbing or chewing or something going on in the background.
Sayla's eating a breakfast taco.
Oh.
Wow.
Did Lourdes send her a picture?
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Did Lourdes send her a picture of her turtle that she let go the other day?
No, she did not, thankfully. Well, Lourdes isn't really like that. You know, she did have the turtle head poking out, and Sayla really wanted to see it. And she said it's not fair that she doesn't get to see it. She was really hurt about that, huh, Lourdes?
She was. I was like, no, you can't see it.
Did y'all explain to her what that meant?
No.
Okay, it might be time so she learns not to ask that for.
She might ask, can I see your turtle head? No.
Wait, cuz we were calling you. Can you hear Lourdes okay?
Yeah, I hear
Okay.
fine.
Okay, good. We were calling to ask you.
¿Qué pedo? Güey.
Get been away.
No.
¿Qué pedo? Güey.
Oh.
Oh, stinky.
Be quiet.
That's a part.
Nothing, cuz I'm just chilling. It's Saturday. I was supposed to be over there with y'all, but
Yeah, no.
Cleo.
We had made plans
Cleo
to record
I
today
know.
specifically around you, and then your no-show.
Well, you understand in the plant life, you really don't know when you're going to be off or when you're going to have to work. And
Yeah.
so at the last minute, Cleo said, I'm off this weekend. And I said, what? And he said, I'm
That's
off
great.
this weekend.
You
And I
should.
said-
You were like, you can't pick up an extra Saturday.
No, I like spending time with my husband. He's super dad.
I heard, you know who else I heard was Super Dad?
Lourdes.
Lourdes is Super Dad.
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I have a lot of super dad shirts.
What was that noise?
I think.
Oh, my
Cleo's in the
husband has sinus problems.
Oh, I didn't realize
he's
he was
on-
on the show too.
He is on the show. Say hi, Cleo.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Cleo.
Hey man,
Hello, this is Eric.
I think you need to get your sinuses looked at. That sounds pretty bad.
Oh, it's been like that for life.
His whole life.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
Well, look, I'm glad you had some time off, but really the timing was awful. I got to be honest with you.
He's talking to you, Cleo.
Oh, okay, it's all right.
Let me say again. Cleo, I'm
Yes.
glad you finally got some time off. You deserve it. You work hard, and from what I understand, you're super dad, so you get some time to spend with your daughter and your family. That's great. But I got to be honest with you, man. The timing was just awful.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
Sayla is
Tell her
Coming
you
Cleo
are
is-
on an internationally listened to podcast right now.
Sayla. I'm on an internationally listened to podcast. I'm gonna need you to sit back and put your seatbelt on. Now.
Yeah, you were saying, Eric, the time was off pretty bad. Could be
Yeah,
worse.
because Lupe was supposed to be our special guest today, and then she canceled last minute, so we had to scramble to find something to talk about today.
What y'all think of to talk about?
¿Qué pedo, güey?
No, sister, we really have just been talking about, like, you know, when people say "qué pedo," like, what's your problem? What's your issue? So Eric and I've taken this show as a way to release our, I guess, pet peeves, which I know Eric loves that word.
I hate that phrase. I prefer
Both
George
used to say
Carlin's.
that all the time.
I prefer George Carlin's phrase. He said, "I don't have pet peeves. I have severe psychopathic hatreds."
Oh wow, that's pretty deep, cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
but one of our pedos that we were talking about was when you scheduled to be on somebody's podcast and then you're no-show. That was very upsetting. That was hurtful.
Cuz I'm sorry. I wanted nothing more than to be a part of that.
So what can I ask? Can I get some words in here?
Oh, please, yes. This is your show.
So we have both
that you-
Lupe and Cleo.
That you promote all over the place.
Oh gosh. Lupe, what's one of your
Yes.
pedos
One of my pedos.
that you'd like to share?
Actually, I mean, there's. Oh man, let me think. I mean, without
Well, we didn't mean to
bringing
put
up
you on the
names for
spot like that.
people.
So
Yeah.
if you can't think of one right now, that's fine. But can Sayla still hear us?
Yes.
Okay, tell her. I just wanted to say that. Sayla, can you hear me?
Hmm.
I just wanted to tell you.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say that one more time.
That's a fart.
That is disgusting.
That's definitely a fart.
What about no? What I
Definitely.
meant to say was, I'm sorry. Let me clear my throat.
Stop farting.
What are you talking about?
I hear fart.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Well, I guess it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to say.
That's terrible. What is that? Like a farting machine?
What are you talking about? I got the microphone to my ass.
Oh, you
Oh,
No,
I hope you don't have. I hope you don't put it to your mouth afterward.
What are you talking about? It smells delicious.
Oh,
It's
Oh, I like that. I really want some.
stop it, dude. Y'all, my daughter. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, I found my pet peeve. So, but every time I pass gas, Sayla
bad.
runs to where I'm at so she can smell it.
This is so true.
oh my goodness.
She's
Like I have threatened to beat her if she does not get away from me.
It's
Yes.
funny.
Sayla, do you like the way it smells?
Yes.
I think we need to wrap this up.
Wait. It smells like what?
It smells like bubble gum.
Bubble gum.
Yes.
More like booty gum. What?
Yes. Exactly like that.
No, it's a serious issue. And so now I used to think it was cute when I saw how, like, I would be in the kitchen and she would be across the house and I would let one go and she would run in there. Or she'd say, "What was that?" And she'd be laughing and then she'd come running in there.
Wait. Let me ask her one more question. Sayla,
Yeah.
do you smell anyone else's farts?
That's my mom's fart.
What'd she say?
No, she only smells my mom's
It
farts.
smells like a boat.
Well, because clearly you're distracted and have a lot of things going on this phone call. So we'll let you go. Thank you for taking time to explain why you weren't able to make it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, is somebody whistling now?
Sayla learned how to whistle about a week ago.
Oh, that's great. Okay, because you enjoy her whistling, we're going to let you go and finish up the show.
Okay, bye, Carmen.
Bye, hermana.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye,
You
Cleo.
too, Tess.
Bye, y'all. Be safe.
We'll see you
Y'all
on
too.
Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Well, that was fun.
That was intense, huh?
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be in the car by herself.
I thought so too.
So.
Not
But maybe we
exactly
can-
what I expected, but you know what?
Yeah.
This is what happens when people lie to
when
you.
we're unprepared.
Oh, no.
When people
We'll
lie
go with
to
yours.
you.
We'll go with yours, yeah. You want to call anybody else?
Let's call your mom.
Let's see if she's awake. She's probably watching TV. I'm going to have her muted. Or she's not going to answer, and then she's going to call back and say I was in the bathroom.
She might be out.
Hello?
Hey, Mom?
Yeah?
Hey, we're recording the show. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, I'll call you back. I'm just kidding. No. Hey, we were doing a show, and we wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
¿Qué pedo, güey?
Do what?
All right, hang on. Let me play it again.
¿Qué pedo, güey?
Did you hear that?
Get better wait.
No. Here, I'll play the translation. Maybe you'll be able to put it together in Spanish.
What fart, dude?
I still don't get it.
Okay. Well, our topic today is ¿Qué pedo, güey? Like,
Then that's what we're supposed to say, get better way?
that's what the woman was saying just now. Listen.
¿Qué pedo, güey?
With a little,
I now understand it.
okay. So we've been talking about our pedos. Explain, cuz. You're good at
Aunt
this.
Becky, how are you this morning?
I'm just fine, and you?
Good. So we had a special show planned, but it got canceled last minute unexpectedly. So we decided just to call it ¿Qué pedo? Or what's your pedo? Like what issues do you have with either, certain situations or people? We've used hypothetical examples throughout the show, nothing real. But if you want to share with us like a pedo that you have, I've also kind of translated it to a pet peeve, but your mijo doesn't like the word pet peeve or the phrase pet peeve. So do you have any
It just annoys me. That's my pedo. The phrase pet peeve. It bothers me for some reason.
My get better is when I call someone and they don't return the call.
Are you talking about me?
No.
Okay,
just
good.
in general.
Is there anyone in particular, like, say, for example, like
hypothetically?
Yeah,
speaking.
hypothetically, is there anyone in particular that you just?
Yes, when they tell me I'll call you later and that call never comes.
I know, but could you give us an example of someone who might say that? Who, we're not going to say, this is really them who does it, but just as an example for the audience, so they can kind of put a name or a face to it.
She's a relative of mine.
Oh.
Aunt Becky, I think I might know who you're talking about.
I think you would.
I think if you said her name, she'd be quite shocked.
Oh! No, I'm not going to say her name.
No, we're not going to say her name, but yeah, that is annoying. Like if somebody says, I'll call you back, and then they never do, because you're waiting for them to call you back. Because if you call them and they can't, like, it's funny you mentioned that, because we were talking about like phone etiquette is something that bothers me when you call somebody or they call you and they're in the middle of something and they can't really give you the attention that you would like to have a conversation. Or like if you're doing a podcast and someone is off camera, just kind of distracting you, which is what's happening to Lourdes right now. It is kind of inconsiderate. So if somebody says, I'll call you back, and then they never do, that's very inconsiderate. I can see how that could be a pedo.
Yeah. You know one of mine, Aunt Becky?
What?
Here, she'll play it for you.
That
That's
wasn't
gross.
me, Aunt Becky. That was your mijo. One of mine is when I call someone back and they say, oh, you didn't call me back. And I'm like, yes, I did. And I have proof. And they're like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yes, I do.
Are you talking about me?
Hypothetically speaking, like that could have happened between Eric and me once or twice. Like the other day, I called him back. I said, I'll call you right back. And he was like, okay. So like less than 2 minutes, I think, went by. And I called him back and he didn't answer. So I called him again. He still didn't answer. So I was like, okay. He calls me like 2 hours later. He's like, thanks for calling me back or something like that. I was like, I did.
Look, when I'm driving, my phone has a safety feature to keep me from being distracted that it doesn't, depending on what's on the screen, like if it just goes to, sleep or whatever, it won't let text messages and sometimes it won't let phone calls through because it doesn't want to distract me. If my phone is unlocked and like I'm, on GPS or whatever, it will let that stuff through. So my phone was protecting me.
It's the accusations.
That's true. He told me the same thing.
Oh. I believe it.
I
do believe it. I just didn't like the part where I was getting accused of not doing it.
Well, because that was the one time you actually called me back. Because most of the time when you say, I'll call you back, you don't call me back.
Yeah, I can't help it.
All right. So that I'll take the heat. That was my mistake. I apologize for that. See what you started, Mom?
I didn't start anything.
No,
you called me.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. Well,
Mama told you.
I'm just kidding. Thank you, Mom, for sharing your pedo with us.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be looking forward to listening to the program.
Okay, good. All right. Well, have a good day. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
I'll talk to you
Bye,
later.
I love
Becky.
you too, Lourdes.
Love you too, Aunt Becky.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, that was fun.
That was pretty cool. Your mom's like, huh? I don't understand. What does it say?
Well, I guess we got enough to call it a show. Did you have something else? Because you seemed like you had an idea. Or was it for the couple bucks?
No, it was just, be kind.
Rewind.
Relax. Talk your feelings out. Talk your pebbles out. Don't hold them in.
Yeah, don't hold your feathers in. Let them out.
Makes your stomach hurt and you end up with some turtle heads.
Let those feathers out.
Yeah.
Please support us. Buy some merch. Go to campfyrepod.com/support us. That's SUPPORTUS. No, I spelled the wrong one. That's CAMPFYREPOD.com/support us. All one word. Click on the Amazon link to take you to our Amazon store. Pick up a shirt, a tote, whatever. Follow us at NumTwoPod on Instagram, Twitter, where number 2 Cuz won't respond to you because I'm the only one who does the social media. And you can't find us on Facebook, but I'm hardly ever on there, so maybe she'll see it. But she probably won't respond to that either. Or email us numtwopod@gmail.com. Tell us your pedos, and we'll talk about them. Right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Everybody's got pedos.
I was going to try and burp with the theme, but I only had enough for that. I bet your mom could do
probably
it.
do it. Yeah, she probably
That made me lightheaded. If you enjoyed watching this episode of Number 2 Podcast and would like to see more, tell them what they can do, cuz.
You can simply click the subscribe button, give us a like, click on the bell notification, and you'll be notified of all the episodes as they become available.
Yes, the bell notification.